six-page letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, accusing Democrats of waging a partisan impeachment crusade, an attempted coup. Tonight, the AP and the Washington Post now reporting Democrats have the votes to impeach. And just in tonight, Speaker Pelosi's response to the president's letter, calling it really sick. The deadly storms, the tornadoes, children running from a school to a church, snow, ice, and rain in the Northeast, dangerous driving, and the brutal cold sweeping in next. Ginger times it out. News in the deadly attack of an 18-year-old freshman in a New York City park. For the first time tonight, police now reveal what a 13-year-old in custody says happened in that park. Tonight, the young brother and sister missing nearly 3 days and what the mayor just revealed, calling it a Christmas miracle. The other search tonight for a missing mom and her newborn, what authorities said today when asked about the tearful fiancé. Concern tonight off the east coast of the U.S., the Coast Guard tracking a Russian spy ship operating in a, quote, unsafe manner. The outrage tonight, an on-duty officer who admitted being drunk, who passed out behind the wheel, but was never investigated for driving under the influence. The chief defending the move. The deadly accident near Times Square, a woman struck and killed by falling debris from a 17-story building. The new shipping concerns tonight involving Amazon and FedEx, and could it affect your Christmas packages? And Made in America is back. We take you to the famous windows on Fifth Avenue as we ask for your one thing.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Tuesday night, and we begin on the eve of that historic vote set for tomorrow, the full House vote, voting on two articles against President Trump, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. And tonight, the Democrats appear to have secured the votes to impeach. Late today, President Trump firing off a six-page letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, saying the Democrats are waging a partisan impeachment crusade. The president writing he penned the letter for the purpose of history and to put my thoughts on a permanent and indelible record. Speaker Pelosi just calling the letter moments ago really sick. And tonight, even as the House vote grows near, the Senate is already preparing for the trial that would come next in the Senate. ABC's Mary Bruce leading us off tonight from the Hill.
On the eve of his impeachment, President Trump incensed, lashing out with fury and frustration.
And Mr. President, do you take any responsibility for the fact that you're about to be impeached?
No, I don't take any, zero, to put it mildly.
The president ranting tonight in a scathing six-page letter to Nancy Pelosi. Dear Madam Speaker, Trump starts, I write to express my strongest and most powerful protest against the partisan impeachment crusade. He accuses Pelosi and the Democrats of declaring open war on American democracy. You are the ones bringing pain and suffering to our republic for your own selfish, personal, political, and partisan gain, he writes. The president calls the charge he abused his power a completely disingenuous, meritless, and baseless invention of your imagination. And he even takes issue with the fact that Pelosi often says she prays for him.
I was raised in a way that is a heart full of love, and always prayed for the president. And I still pray for the president. I pray for the president all the time.
You are offending Americans of faith by continually saying, I pray for the president, Trump writes, when you know this statement is not true unless it is meant in a negative sense. And Trump warns Democrats will pay in 2020, saying voters will not soon forgive your perversion of justice and abuse of power. With the House set to impeach tomorrow, tonight the fight over a trial in the Senate is well underway. Today, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell rejected the Democrats' request to call 4 witnesses the White House has blocked, including acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney and former National Security Advisor John Bolton.
The House chose this road. It's their duty to investigate. If they fail, they fail.
I listened to the leader's speech. I did not hear a single sentence, a single argument as to why the witnesses I suggested should not give testimony. What is Leader McConnell afraid of? What is President Trump afraid of? The truth?
McConnell called the House investigation slapdash and is promising to work in total coordination with the White House.
I'm not an impartial juror.
But McConnell still refuses to say if he approves of the president's actions. Do you believe that the president acted completely appropriately when he asked Ukraine to investigate his rivals?
All of those issues will be argued here in the Senate in the coming days, and my assumption still is that we'll turn to this after the first of the year.
But what do you believe, sir?
Mayor Bruce with us live on the Hill tonight. And Mary, Speaker Pelosi now responding tonight to the president's letter.
David, the speaker calls it ridiculous and really sick. And in her own letter tonight, Pelosi writes to her Democratic colleagues, quote, "If we do not act, we will be derelict in our duty," saying in America, no one is above the law. David.
Mary Bruce leading us off tonight. And Mary, you'll be right here with us tomorrow. Of course, ABC News will have live coverage of the House impeachment vote when it happens tomorrow. In the meantime, to the other news tonight, that massive and deadly storm stretching from the Gulf all the way up to the Northeast, and this evening, the bitter cold now sweeping in right after. Freezing rain and treacherous driving from Pennsylvania all the way up to Maine, multiple accidents south of Boston, and more than 24 reported tornadoes part of the system, an EF2 tornado with 115-mile-an-hour winds in Guntown, Mississippi. And in Louisiana, one tornado on the ground for 63 miles, destroying this church in Alexandria. The track and the timing of this brutal cold that comes next, and ABC's Gio Benitez in the storm zone tonight.
Tonight, freezing rain and black ice are making travel treacherous for millions in the Northeast. In North Haven, Connecticut, this multi-vehicle crash shutting down part of I-91 for a time. In Massachusetts, this pickup truck colliding with a tree on Cape Cod. 2 teens taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. And this is what makes freezing rain so dangerous. Sheets of ice all over the place. And when this is on the road, it's almost invisible. The same system bringing more than 24 reported tornadoes in 4 states.
Yep, there it goes.
West of Huntsville, Alabama, a frantic search for survivors. 2 people killed. And in Louisiana, this twister killing 1 and prompting a tornado emergency in Alexandria. It left behind a damaged path more than 60 miles long. This church school taking a direct hit. Our Alex Perez is there.
If you look around here, you'll see school books all over the place. In that area, you see some toys. And underneath all of this, the students' desks. Those students scrambling to get to a safe location just moments before a huge part of this building collapsed.
Teacher Stacy Cudd helped get the students to safety.
When we could hear the noises getting louder, all of us crawled underneath the pews to try to just take cover.
Many families in the region left with nothing just before the holidays. And David, the forecast calls for more freezing rain tonight. Then temperatures just plummet, which means you will see ice on the roads well into the morning.
Gio Benitez with us tonight. Gio, thank you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee on this brutal cold coming next. Hey, Ginger.
Hey, David, you can see the icicles behind me, the tree branches everywhere, covered in 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of ice. It's encased, and that's how we all feel back into Pennsylvania, Maryland, and still tonight in New England, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. You still have hours left of this freezing rain. It'll all be moving out by tomorrow. Just a few lake effect snow showers behind it. The strong storms off the coast of South Carolina and Georgia now, but behind it, you know it's coming. 10 below is what it'll feel like Thursday morning in Scranton, 6 below Albany, and 12 below up in northern Vermont. David.
Ginger, thank you. And here in New York tonight, the hunt for a 14-year-old suspect in the murder of that college freshman Tessa Majors. Authorities say when he was on his way to meet police, he jumped out of the car and escaped. And tonight, for the first time, a 13-year-old suspect who is in custody and what he told police about what happened in that park. Here's Ariel Reshef.
Tonight, the desperate manhunt intensifying for the 14-year-old suspect accused of killing Barnard College freshman Tessa Majors. The teen expected to turn himself in to police Monday, accompanied by a guardian, instead jumping from a vehicle as it stopped at an intersection and taking off.
Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, even though he's a young man at 14 years old. They'll get him in. It's just a question of time.
A 13-year-old already charged in the heinous crime, appearing in family court. Tonight, new details emerging from that hearing. Police claiming the boy told them he and 2 other teens initially set their sights on a male victim, but grabbed Majors from behind instead. The suspect allegedly telling authorities Majors yelled for help and refused to give up her property. According to police testimony, the 13-year-old saw one of the other teens stab Majors with a red-handled knife and saw feathers coming up from the chest area of her jacket. Detectives saying Majors tried in vain to fight back, leaving bite marks on the hand of the 14-year-old suspect, now on the run. Investigators in a race against time to track him down to test for DNA.
It was also important to document before it heals so we can put this all together, know who exactly who stabbed this young lady.
And David, the 13-year-old suspect's attorney's out with a statement tonight urging people not to rush to judgment, saying their client is a juvenile who should be presumed innocent. They also say they are troubled by the fact that he was questioned without an attorney present, but police do say that his aunt has accompanied him throughout this entire investigation. David.
Ariel Reshef on this case again tonight. Thank you. And next to the Amber Alert in Jacksonville, Florida, 6-year-old Braxton and his 5-year-old sister Briah vanished while playing in front of their home Sunday morning. Well, nearly 3 days later, we learned late today what they're now calling a Christmas miracle. ABC's Victor Akendo from Jacksonville.
We have both kids. We're heading out of the woods.
Tonight, a wave of relief in Jacksonville, Florida, after 6-year-old Braxton and his 5-year-old sister Briah Williams were found alive nearly 3 days after vanishing from their yard.
It's a miracle, Christmas miracle, and it's a blessing. A lot of hard work been done, and that's all I want to say. Just thank God for it.
For days, rescue teams searched and finally heard the sound of a child's voice.
One of the rescue team members heard a voice, thought was a child's voice, and so they fanned out and started looking and actually found him and heard him talking.
Braxton and Briah were found in an old pump house in thick, swampy woods where they'd taken shelter just a quarter-mile from home.
Both are in very good condition.
For the family, it was an agonizing wait that's now over.
They're alive and they're well, and it's amazing.
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. Right before. So this is an awesome Christmas gift for everybody.
At this point, authorities believe the kids just wandered off and they were by themselves the entire time. They're here at this hospital now, a little dehydrated, but they are happy. And when they were rescued, they had 2 requests: candy and a cheese pizza. David?
Great news, though, Victor. Thank you. And new developments tonight in the desperate search for a missing mother and her newborn baby in Austin, Texas. The FBI now joining the search tonight. Heidi Broussard and her 3-week-old daughter were last seen last Thursday. Authorities today saying they're working on a number of leads, but have no suspects. They say her fiancé, who made a tearful plea before the cameras, is not considered a person of interest. Tonight, the Coast Guard warning of a Russian spy ship off the southeastern coast of the U.S. The ship is said to be operating in an erratic and, quote, unsafe manner. Officials are now warning the U.S. to take extreme caution. And here's ABC's Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz.
The Russian spy ship Viktor Leonev spotted in international waters, sailing down the coast of the southeastern U.S. Its behavior erratic and dangerous. Sailors from Charleston to Savannah to the port of Jacksonville warned to use extreme caution because the ship is operating in an unsafe manner. The Russians, now east of the Bahamas, failing to respond to calls from commercial vessels trying to coordinate safe passage and failing to use running lights even in low visibility. The U.S. has been tracking increased Russian activity in international waters, while overseas in the eastern Mediterranean, U.S. Navy Rear Admiral William Houston telling David the U.S. is aware the Russians are trying to send a message.
They absolutely are. And we're watching them very, very closely.
You are?
Yeah, there's really not a day where we're not watching them every single day.
Tonight, the U.S. has a Navy destroyer, the USS Mahan, shadowing the Russian ship off the U.S. coast.
And Martha Raddatz reporting in tonight. And Martha, you and I talked about what the Navy told me several weeks back, that they were operating with stealth, tracking those Russian subs. But in this case, you've learned the U.S. Navy wants the Russian ship off the U.S. coast to know we're right there.
In this case, they do, David, because they want to make sure there are no collisions. It was just last June that a Russian ship in the Philippine Sea nearly collided with a U.S.-guided missile destroyer coming within 100 feet, David.
Martha Raddatz reporting tonight. Martha, thank you. And we move on now. And word that President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, has been hospitalized for a cardiac event. Manafort is serving 7 years at a federal prison in central Pennsylvania on financial crimes charges that came out of the Mueller investigation. Manafort is 70. Meanwhile, Paul Manafort's business partner, Rick Gates, was sentenced today for his part in the same financial scheme. Gates testified against Manafort and longtime Trump associate Roger Stone. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation, 45 days in jail, community service, and a fine of $20,000. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. The new shipping concerns involving Amazon and FedEx, and could it affect your Christmas packages? Also ahead tonight, the deadly accident near Times Square. A woman struck and killed by falling debris from a 17-story building. Also, the outrage tonight over an on-duty officer who admitted being drunk, passed out behind the wheel, but was never investigated for DUI. The chief defending the move. And the warning from health officials tonight, passengers